All right, people, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Berg. My company is ILEG, Infusion Light Energy Screens, Technology Screens. And we're doing some demonstrations on why we feel that the traditional ambient light rejection technology is obsolete. I figure it's obsolete because, again, when I watch demonstrations involving ambient light rejection technology, I see a lot of these screens, if not in dark environments, I see them in ambient light controlled environments, which again, as I said before, it's not ambient light rejection technology. I don't understand how you have a technology that's designed to absorb or reflect or cancel out ambient light if you have to be in a controlled environment, and why you can't be in a fully lit environment to begin with. So we're going to show some demonstrations on our technology. Now this is a new panel system we're working on. It's a tile panel projection screen. It'll come in sizes from large, medium, and small. The screens are fully weatherproof, of course. Some are, actually all of them are submersible. They work with projector mapping application, ultra short throws, can operate in extreme fully lit environments. As you can see, we're in here. So we're in the office. Office does not pick up on the meters because the meters don't register in here due to the fact they cancel out because of the lighting we have in here, which I'll show you. Let me go grab my meter. I have to go pick up something real quick. I'm going to grab a meter and show you. So we have a meter system that shows, a lux meter system that shows how much light that we actually pull in the environment. And then we have an additional, I was looking for some reason, I don't know why, I was looking for 8K LED lights. And then found out we're actually running over 8K because we had two sets, which means we're doing a little light stacking. So we're around at 12,000 K in our LEDs. So we're pretty up there. So, give me a minute. I'll show you. So where is the meter? I'm going to keep losing the meters in here. Gee, where's Louise? I put this thing up every single time and I lose it. I always forget where I put it at. That's the problem. Where are the meters? Let me see. Meter, punky meter. Where's the meter? It could be in a number. Oh, here it is right on the floor. I put them in the weirdest places, my meters. Ugh. So, our meters in here don't read at all. I don't know what kind of meter I'm going to get in here, because it's much brighter, because they're much higher, but they won't pick up in here. So, I'll go over here first. Disconnect. Over here and pick up our official size meters here, which we have there. And we're going to go over here and we're going to drop them to the floor. There's Taco, my OSHA support child cat right here. Now if you notice that the meters are nowhere near the screen, because we had people putting meters near screens, can't do that because the light from that projector is going to hit the screen, hit the meter, and it's going to alter it. Oh, I forgot we're not even on. There we go. It'll alter and change it. See? That's why you can't have meters sitting up here, because the projector light's going to alter it. People were taking meters and sticking them on the table, on chairs, tables, and all kinds of stuff. Say, hey, look, this is how high the light's in here. And that's also to a lie due to the fact that you're on top of the table. You got a closer distance to the light. That's why you're not supposed to be on any furniture, anywhere whatsoever. And you're definitely not supposed to be anywhere near the front of the screen. We had people that were taking meters and sticking them in their doors and opening them up and saying, look, this is how much light we have coming in. No, the lighting come from the door disrupts the meter. Meters have to sit on the floor where they have no contact with the projector or any lighting in the environment. That's it. It's from what's coming from down here to here. Oh, look at him over. Look at him. Look at him over there being extra cute. Extra cute. You being extra cute over there because the camera's on. He is such a little showboat. Such a little showboat. You got to get time for me. Look at that. Look at your little showboat. Are you over there acting up? He's a little showboat. Look at him. Over there being a little showboat. The minute the camera comes on, you just too cute, ain't you? You are just too cute. He's a funny dude. He did that the minute the camera comes on. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Acting extra cute. That's what you're doing in front of the camera. You're a camera cat. You are definitely a camera cat. All right. Let's take the meter out right here. Let's put it back on. See, meter cancels out. So they don't read in here. So if I take my hand and I put it over top the meter, you can see it does register right there. Take it out, cancels out. Doesn't read in here. at all. So meters won't pick up in here. So then we have an additional set of these halo systems. So there's no dimmers on these lights. Straight USB. We have the extenders here, and extenders come down here, and they connect right there. So there's no form of dimmers in here whatsoever. My lights are actually inside. Oops, get that right. My lights are actually inside, so you can see that all the light that pushes through is coming right through here. It's backing through here and here. That's coming out. So it's definitely, I can see there's light pushing through my screen. Where we have people who do these demonstrations, not with our lights, they use the other lights that have dimmer switches on them, remote control apps that run through Alexas, that they can dim their lights to give it a warm setting. So that way, it can give up the illusion that it won't harm the screen, but it'll give a fake light environment that the area is well lit. So, stuff you got to watch out for. All right, so let's go over here, bring up on the screen here. That is our Coca-Cola bottle on the other side, because the screens we're demonstrating today are the transparent front projection screens that we have that are going to be like, it's a bit of a luxury item, but those screens right there for that front projection are very expensive, which I looked up. They have that option on your projector, and we're going to have an extremely good price. All our screens are going to come with that kind of a translucent kind of look to it. So let's show you what we got here. Wrong mouse. Now I got to go on forum sites today. I'm gonna hear the arguments. What do you mean ambient light projection is obsolete? So and so and so. All right, then we got a challenge for you. This is the challenge we want to give you. So if we're going to up it a little bit, I have another set of these LED lights coming in, which will bring us up to 24K in LED lighting. I was in there looking at 8,000. I don't know why it didn't dawn on me that we had over 8,000 because we're light stacking. And I'm thinking that, 8,000 would be fantastic. We don't have 8,000. In fact, we had two sets of sixes in here. We have 12,000 right now, 12,000 K of lighting in there. So we're going to get another two more sets and make it 24K. That's a lot of lighting. And to show you how bright these lights are, that's my ceiling right there. And that's the screen right there. Show you how bright they are. So that screen is constantly transferring light back and forth, because it's ad tech. It's basically used for window advertising. We're also going to use it for window advertising, and we're also going to be using it for home theater too, for the front projection screens, front transparent screens. So there's light constantly traveling back and forth to the screen. So imagine you got screens out there that light can't transfer through, and as the light hits the screen completely it's gone. It washes out. And this screen has light actually feeding through it. Well, these are new. Now, like I said, the Coke bottles there to give you an idea how transparent the screens are and how well the image can mask. Would you have a Coke bottle sitting behind the back of your screen? I don't know. We just have it there just to prove the screens are transparent. But every time we kept showing it up, everybody's saying, that's not transparent. They thought those lights were on the outside of the screen. They look like they're on the outside of the screen. I was like, no, it is transparent. That's why I have the Coke bottle up there. Now, come in about 3 more days, we are going to have this all redesigned for the showpiece. We're going to show a real nice little showpiece we're going to do with it. And it is going to be a match and better challenge. We're challenging our new gain versus traditional ambient light projection gain. Which means any company out there who supports this technology at the end of the day, we challenge you. Mind you, we're doing 50 lumen pickups in direct sunlight so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. At 10%, the technology is only 10% completed. And order for you to be able, and I can't say this enough, people make up fake gains at the end of the day, and so I've just ruffled your feathers, but you made it up, all right? It's on your website. In order for you to make a statement that you have a gain, such like so, you're going to have to back it up. You can't just come out there and just make stuff up. So if we're telling we have a whole new gain, we can show that at the end of the day. We have no screen paint besides the Quasar and the Quantum that can do halo systems. All the other screens never did halos. These are the only ones that did it. Anything that has an ILEG right now, because again, like I said, it's a 10% technology. We have another game we're actually going to be applying to the screen. It has a different name to it. Oh, you thought the nightmare was over, did you not? You just left the room and heard me say that. They always do that. They made me tell like, oh no. This is a temporary game for the time. It is temporary. It's only 10% technology. We just told you like dozens of times. It's 10%. I'm talking to the naysayers. They come on our channel and they get really mad when they hear us say at the end of the day, oh no, this is just temporary game. This isn't the actual game. You thought this was the actual game, didn't you? Well, that's a temporary game. It's just for the time being until we bring on the real one. That's why I told you at the end of the day that when the ad tech launches, it'll wipe out every screen that sits in its way. It's the mother of all screens. Even more mother than the other screen. It's going to do things, it's going to have challenges attached to it that no screen will be able to match it. So we're challenging all ambient light rejection screens. We don't care if you're screen paints, we don't care if you're certified, doesn't make a difference to me. Show me at the end of the day that ambient light rejection technology, show me what it does. Because I am so sick and tired of going on YouTube and watching these so-called ambient light projection screens and stuck in these super dark environments. And then the screens we do see that in some kind of lit environment, the screen is so poorly washed out. Now it should be easy. You don't have a transparent screen. We do. Much harder to do an ambient light projection on a transparent screen because there's light feeding to the screen constantly, especially when you got 12K of lighting on the other end of it. So show us what you have. And I'm challenging, as of today, I'm challenging all ambient light projection screens. And then when we get done with that, do you have true contrast? So the next stage. Or are you reading a 100% black level? So we're challenging that next. All these demonstrations and displays, if you think for some reason, well, it's just going to, no, it's going to YouTube. I'm getting a showroom. These demonstrations are going to be put in the showroom for everybody to see, for the masses. When we pick up the P2, if you own that projector, you've been sitting in the dark with a 2 million to 1, this is not going to go well for you. If you're an influencer and you basically did reviews on that projector, this is not going to go well for you. This is going to be a very unpleasant experience. I'm going to show you at the end of the day where the P2 is absolutely, completely useless on a gray and white screen. It's a waste of time to even have that projector. We're going to turn the contrast off. We don't need it. At 2 million to 1, our screen has a higher... My screen has an Infinity 1 sitting on top. It's in this black. Why would we need the P2's contrast levels? We turn them off. We don't need them. Tells you that the money that you pay for that contrast, not needed. Now we take the P2 and put on a gray screen. I'll take a cheap projector, but on our screen we'll pull a Starfield. Who do you think pulls a Starfield better? The $60 projector, the projector probably going to roughly cost us $3,300. Yeah. It shows you at the end of the day, if you really want that projector to work correctly, you buy from our company. You don't want to buy your projector to work correctly, you buy from everybody else. But at the end of the day, it's your dime. It's your money. It's your investment, what you paid for at the end of the day. And I've never met an investor in my entire life that says, I want to come up short. I don't want to actually get what I got out of my investment. I hope I get ripped off. Never heard that before, ever. Not one time. I've just never heard it. Just never heard it. Unless the person is mad or crazy. I've never heard that. We got this Christmas one. I want to do this thing. It's Christmas. Its white levels are outstanding. It's insane. Remind you to keep in fact that not only this is projection screen, this is actually AdTech, the one that sits in Windows. So imagine in two different ways how this is going to look in your home, or if you have a company, how this is going to look in your window. And the projector cost is cheap. So at $50 for one of these projectors, they can project this through a storefront window for advertising, or they can take it home and watch it at home. As I said, so you can do it at tech. At least at the end of the day, you're getting your money out of your investment. Instead of when you move, you have to pay someone to power wash your windows and scrape off the decal stickers at the end, which you don't get that bad when you leave. This, you can take it anywhere you want. They want to hire a couple of gamers. It doesn't make a difference. They're gamers. They got nothing to do. A couple of gamers in there. They get a side of the glass, and all they got to do is game. That's all they do. We don't want trailers on the window. I need actual gameplay. So if they need it to be live online, we can hook it up, internet and all that. We can play live with the headsets and stuff, and people can watch them on YouTube and they're gaming off the glass. We'll have cameras outside to watch the game glass from the other side. We want to set up like that. That's going to be the gaming technology on the side. You know, the gaming technology has AdTech capabilities in it too. Yeah. You stick that right on the window and play. Oh, I'm doing that the next time. I'm bringing the PlayStation with me. I'm going to game off a window. Yeah, that'd be hot. Bring them up there. They can game out the window. Beverages, snacks, whatever they need at the end of the day. I have gamers what they need. Gaming chairs, custom. I want to do I don't like the gaming chairs are nice, but it's up to them what they want. They can have a gaming lounge chair, which are much more comfortable, I think, or they can have a gaming chair up there where they want, or they can just swap out and just get two of them up there for them. Or I need two gamers in there to do it. We can have it set up with the YouTube cameras where they can go in and they can watch them gaming inside the store, and then we can have it outside with people watching. Oh yeah, I told you, we're planning to put this technology everywhere, and I mean everywhere. I'm going to give this thing as much exposure as I possibly can. Why wouldn't I? It'd be crazy to keep this thing under a rock. That's why I told you when I was in Town and I saw the customers come over and they're checking out the other screens, the reaction in their face when the paramedics came down from town to town, the reaction face, that's when I knew it was time for me to get out. Ugh. You great. Why are you so jitty all the time? Why are you so jitty? Too jitty all the time. Jitty for this and jitty for that. You're already jitty. So right there, we have now fired up our lamp. Oopsie. Go. Get you guys out of there. This is our lamp. We have directed at our screen. So the lights, this, and the lamp. So I like to put the lamp as close as possible. And again, it absorbs. Again, like I said, 50 lumen. absorb outside at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, we could throw anything we want at the screen. It's only a 10% technology. So if we tell you at the end of the day that the ambient light rejection technology they have today is nowhere close to our technology, we can back it up. Here's in a demonstration where I show all those lights laying against the screen. Not at a distance, not that distance, laying against the screen, on the screen. Next to the windows open with the condensed lighting on. And that screen was still firing up with no problem whatsoever. That's why you see me doing demonstrations. We don't use ultra short throws. Ultra short throws are projectors they use for cheating because the distance throw isn't there. So we have all this lighting in here. And we have an ultra short throw. An ultra short throw will skip all this lighting here because it'll be sitting right on top of the screen. That's why people use them, because they cheat in those demonstrations. You're supposed to be at a long throw in there. That's why if you notice with the customers watching the soccer game, he was using a long throw. His screen had to go through the lighting, past those two windows, and boom, he couldn't pick up anything. Nothing was hitting at all, period. The screen wasn't absorbing and nothing. It was a mess in there. Where he does it, he's in a super dark environment and he has a projector to go in. As a YouTuber, we don't like to mention her name on our channel because he's tainted. But on a YouTuber who did a lot of cheating in his demonstrations, and he's using ultra short throws, which means he's right up on top of the screen, so he can skip all of this altogether. But he's still in the dark. That's why I don't get that part. If you're using ultra short throws and you're in the dark, make sure my lamp is on. So you can see it's on right there. I didn't turn it off as I walked away. It's still on. There we go. So he does a lot of demonstrations on ultra short throws. And the reason why is because the distance throw isn't there. He's right on top of the screen. So that's why you have to do them at long throw. And again, that's why the gray paint that he's using isn't designed for a fully lit environment. And for those people saying, but no. He had it literally on his website, not ambient light rejection. He had it written on his website. It's right on the blacklist. It says it right there. On top of that, consider the fact that I got a container from him that was dark gray paint, which you would think would have a better chance of reading ambient light rejection. And it was written on the side of the container with my name on it, signed by him, saying this is not ambient light rejection. So if you don't have a darker mix, and that's not ambient, which should be, it should be ambient light rejection because it's darker. But again, he switches back and forth. We had him in videos actually saying that the product was ambient light rejection at 143 in one of the Frankenstein, and then all of a sudden it's not. So you figure it out. He doesn't know what he's doing. That's a person who does not know what they're doing. What is it then? Is it or is it not it, or what? And back and forth, you're doing demonstrations with lights on, and trying to insinuate your product actually works like ours. We're ambient light rejection. Hello, because we can't get that enough where people keep thinking at the end of the day, we are ambient light rejection specialists. So with that being said, if you're challenging my company, don't write on containers that you're not ambient light rejection because you're going into ambient light rejection environments. I don't understand people who do that nonsense. So yeah, he wrote on a container, not ambient light rejection Kenny with a bunch of punctuation marks. First of all, if you got to mix that dark and it's not ambient light rejection, but you're claiming it to be gunmetal? How does that work? We all know how gunmetal screens work. Gunmetal screens are designed to absorb more light than the average screen because they're darker. That's why they call them gunmetal screens. They're darker. So how do you have a dark gunmetal mix claiming to be gunmetal, but it's not ambient light rejection? Again, don't know what they're doing. Just randomly grabbing things out of nowhere and just seeing whatever sticks. So when I sent that picture over to a couple forum sites, they were like, what in the world? Like, how? That doesn't even make any sense, but he's claimed to be gunmetal? Yeah. He don't understand I don't think he understands gunmetal, period. Gunmetal, the reason of gunmetal screens are different because they're much darker screens. The achievement points of gunmetal, they pull a higher shade of gray, they pull better color, they absorb better light. That's why they have tremendously high gain sitting on top of those screens. And they work in ambient light environments much better than most screens do because of what they're designed to do. They have this much higher gain attached to them. So how do you call yourself gunmetal when you're not ambient light rejection? That is the most backward thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Who literally bought that paint knowing that dumb nonsense at the day? See, this is the reason why. Some of you, if you get ripped off in New York City and somebody sells you a bridge, you deserve it. Who brought into that nonsense? Really? You go to a car dealership and someone says, hey, we got this car over here. If you drive past 60 miles an hour, it turns blue. You'd be surprised how many people would buy that. Oh my goodness. It just gives me unbelievably headache thinking about that one. When I saw that on the container, I couldn't stop laughing. I could not stop laughing. This is supposed to be a gunmetal quality product and it's not ambient light rejection? Since we're talking about ambient light rejection, we're going to show you. Let's see. Oh, we are on this one. This is good. We're on this one. This is the other one. I don't like to talk about things that's to back them up. You know how it works. And we're on ambient light rejection anyway. So that's what we're talking about. So I might as well bring it up and show it to you. Let's see. Where is that blacklist at? Oh, my goodness. And people are just faking it. Let's just fake it as much as we between that and that freaking gain range, freaking fiasco circus ride of whatevers. And this freaking dumb nonsense is a gray paint claiming to be gunmetal. It's not ambient light rejection. Like, what the freak are you guys doing over there? That's what I was saying. Like, what are they doing over there? It's like you got this freaking twister wheel over there and you just spin it. Whatever lands on it, this is just what they just go with. They were over there crying on the forum site. I was at a forum site that I go to for ambient light rejection screens only. And the guy was like, wait. I can see if it was really light or white. Yeah, I can understand that. But no. Blacklist over here. Let's go to the blacklist. Let's go to the blacklist. There we go. And I'm looking at this like, what in the world? So that's our unboxing from Crow, or unpackage we got from him. See the color of it? The color of it is one shade off from the Frankenstein. We had to make the Frankenstein. It's not too far off from the UV. There's one shade off. So that's how we figured out how to make it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. There you go. When I say something, I back it up. I back it the freak up. I told you I don't say nothing on camera, and this is true because you can be sued by that. What does that say right there on the container? And we got the receipts to back it up too on top of that. Yeah, he wrote on the container, not ambient light rejection, Kenny. It's even dated. Oh, by the way, he got to go to court for basically trademark a violation because he made money off this company and didn't pay him a dime. So that's going to be brought up in court. Yeah, it's just coming up. We got a container with his name on and receipts on everything. We got like 4 receipts every time we order from him. It's a Frankenstein. So he was claiming it to be his own name, making money off it. But at the end of the day, look at that. Yeah, not ambient light rejection. And look how dark it is. That's why you got to be careful about people who fake it in demonstrations. They'll fake it. What they'll do is they'll do a demonstration. They'll fake it. And then when they send it to you, they'll basically go in and put down like it's not ambient light, whatever. It kind of does like the knockoff projectors. Knockoff projectors do that. When you read about the specifications, you look at what they show, what they do. And then when you get it, it's like a regular brown box. And it'll have nothing on it, what it said in the description of what it did, like 8K or whatever, 50,000 lumens. All that'll be missing. So that's pretty much what he's doing it. It's fake projector in it. It's fake projector in it. So I'll tell you, we got a container from him that said it. Yeah, we got a container from him that said it. I sat there and said it's not ambient. I'm looking at this stuff like, wait, how are you not? Are you not? Look, here's the unboxing video right there. And guess what address was on there? 317 Kern Street was on there. Yep. He was using his family member's address to commit crime. This is a post office fraud charge behind that one right there, so you know, real quick. Yeah, it's a fraud charge. But anyway, that's the unboxing of it right there. and watch it on the blacklist. That's why the blacklist is very popular. And that's like people going to watch all kinds of stuff on the blacklist. We got a lot of people doing some things they shouldn't be doing. And I know, Fernando, you probably was sitting back there. I mean, to mention the name. I don't want to mention this video. Anyway, this is about you anyway. I bet you were sitting. This is Pro 1176. You don't know people. Yeah, that's his product. But anyway, I know you're sitting back there laughing, watching the video, talking about this, the other. This got your post office fire charge. It carries 20 years. You know, you got a OBM control number on you, right? So, yeah, it's already been documented with them. So now they know you committed a post office fraud charge now. Yeah, we had to put a control number on him. We had to report him. He did some stuff he shouldn't have did, some really bad stuff. So he's been committing crimes in the States. In the United States, been committing all kinds of crimes. That's where we got him on a post office fraud charge. But we recorded and documented our shopping carts when we made the order. So yeah. Anyway, as you can see, yeah, his products don't work. They're scams. Well, he's not in business anymore, so he's done. Let's go back to our demonstration. We had over here. But yeah, if I sat there and said at the end of the day, that's why I come in here and do those demonstrations so everybody can see that. I don't say things unless I got a way to back it up, because again, it can get you an easy lawsuit, which we're assuming some people right now for saying things they shouldn't have said on social media. And yeah, bingo is his name-o. But anyway, yeah, that he sent that to me, and I looked at that. I was like, wait a minute, this is supposed to be a gunmetal? And it's not ambient light rejection? What the heck is he doing over there? Yeah. Got one over there making up range gain. But you can go in there and check it out on the blacklist. You can see we contacted him multiple times, requesting him information. I've emailed him multiple times. He's never replied back to us ever. But don't worry, we get to court. Mr. Rogers, you'll have plenty of time to explain it in there. Because we're challenging this company in court. Definitely going to challenge this company in court. You want to explain it, you explain it to a judge under oath. You have no choice but to explain what it is, because I want to hear this. Mind you, this is going on court record. So you can go in and you can read this. I'm making sure that anytime we go to court, anything that comes up will be on public domain. So you'll be able to read yourself everything that went on in that courtroom. And when he breaks down and finally admits that that stuff is fake and not real, you'll get a chance to read it, because they're basically... They won't strike it off the record to be there for you to read that he admitted his stuff is fake. Gain range. They call it deranged gain. You gotta be deranged to think of that gain. Impossible. You're gonna have people gonna call your products impossible. That's why you gotta back them up. That's why the thing called testing. Pack it up. Or pack it up. Remember I made that statement about back it up or pack it up? Yeah, they packed it up, didn't they? Told you. Can't back that stuff up. 2.0 gain? 2.0 is poor. That's a poor gain. White screens have 2.0. That's a poor gain. Doesn't hype about it. You notice that none of his products had an actual gain attached. You didn't know what they were. None of the products had an actual color attached. You didn't know what colors they were. You're probably answering right now. The Cinemax. What color is the Cinemax? You couldn't tell me. So anything most of the stuff he had on there, he said was gunmetal. He said UV was gunmetal. No, UV was not gunmetal. It was charcoal. Frankenstein charcoal. The rest of the paints, didn't. He said light mix, whatever. It's pretty much it, but it didn't have a color attached to it. Is it a soft gray, mid gray, something at the end of the day? Something. Nothing on the specification sheets at all. We have a topic on the specification sheets. They were extremely weak. So you got to be careful about that. The paints out there, you got to ask them what do they have. Most will say 2.0. That's the regular 2.0. But you have to ask 2.0 where are you talking about 2.0? Do I have 2.0 with the lights on? What kind of light are we talking about? Well, it can be in a fully lit environment. Can I be on commercial? Commercial is a totally different environment when it comes to lighting. So what are we talking about here when you're talking about ambient light projection? What are we talking about when it comes to 2.0? What kind of lighting environment are we talking about here? Now, if they say ambient light controlled, you don't have ambient light projection technology. You definitely don't have it. But we do have ambient light. No, you do not. I know it's gotta be ranting. I know we don't go. A lot of people go to this channel. I got people go to the channel to monitor him because for court, but I know he's gotta be ranting over this. Any screen paints that we bring out, any products we bring out, and we're showing like outstanding results on it, he has got to be ranting through the roof. He's in there every day. He's literally in my room every day. We know he's in here every day in our room watching us. That's sad. That is pretty sad. Now imagine how a person is consumed with that much hatred at the end of the day. They're constantly feeding it because they're stalking the other person in the room. It's weird. If you look at his YouTube channel basically tells it all. We're talking about pro. His YouTube channel tells it all. Copies our company's name, everything. It doesn't bother me copying the company's name, but the new one that's coming out has a trademark sitting on top of it. That's a different story. So if he copies that name, puts his account, I got somebody coming to his apartment less than a week. We'll be there. Actually, they're in California, so they're gonna come right to his address. They're gonna have a nice long talk with your landlord. We're gonna track your landlord down. If I have to get in a private investigator, I'm tracking your landlord down. And I'm definitely, with that control number I have on here, I'm submitting all the documents to them. We need an arrest right away. But yeah, you go ahead and touch that trademark, see what happens. You already got enough trouble on your hands. That's the reason why he's a perfect example why you have to protect your music, why you have to protect your artwork, why you have to protect anything. Because that individual will steal just by anything that's not tied down. He's got a habit of taking people's work and try to claim it as his own. And we sit there and goes, oh, that's not true. Do we have your name as a YouTube channel? No. Do we copy your specification? No. First things first, your specifications used to be completely useless. I maxed out at 8,000. Easy. We don't copy none of your stuff at all, period. Well, we need it. And if you sit there and say, well, you're making my great... No. I was here before you. Way before you. So I was making great paint longer than you have. All right, so you be copying off me. I'd be here way before you. You weren't around when I was around. So what else we got on here? We got some cool stuff on here. I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. Hey, Mikey, he likes it. He likes it. Back a little bit. Mind, we still got our light on the floor, hitting the screen. Right over there. Still on. Over there. Still on. Show you how much light we push in here. We need more light. Nazim, light! You ever watch Fifth Element? We scream at the guy going, Nazim, light! We need more light. So we got 12K of lighting. We need 24. So we need more lighting in here. The discussion I'm having on YouTube is crazy. On the forum section, I have a lot of arguments over there. There's ambient light rejection sections in there, man. They are freaking upset over there. Like, no, it's not possible. It's a traditional. They got that whole traditional nonsense at the end of the day. This is the way it's been. This is the way it's always going to be. No, it ain't. Look, it's simple and plain. Do the same thing I do. That's all you got to do. Prove that stuff works. Because from what I'm seeing in these demonstrations, you can't pop up to me at the end of the day and say you got an ambient light rejection screen and you're in a dark environment with an ultra short throw. Get rid of that ultra short throw, get yourself a long throw, kick it back some, brighten up that environment so your lumen count can get destroyed in the process of making it to the screen. Show me something. You don't have it. Stop using ultra short throw projectors and say you have ambient light rejection screens. So the ultra short throw projectors, again, kiss the screen. There's no distance throw on that. That's a cheat right there from the door. Anytime I see an ultra short throw demonstration on an ambient light rejection screen, you're already cheating from the door. That's like me taking this projector and shoving it right up against the wall. So distance still in there. Just like I did on the 50 lumen projector. If I bring it back, the image is going to deteriorate because of what light we have in the environment. If I push it closer, the image gets sharper. Come on now. Gee whiz Louise. Have a little man at the end of the day. Be a little man at the end of the day and back this stuff up. I'm tired of this mess. Show me that that stuff actually works. Show me a demonstration of the fluid environment. Match us. Until then, your stuff is an obsolete technology. Ambient light rejection technology. If it does work, the stuff I'm seeing, it's not showing enough. Environments are so dark, I can literally see the movie reflection off the chassis of your freaking projector. You know how sad that is at the end of the day? There's little bits of lights in the environment. There's no way in the world your environment looks like that 24/7. You got it looking like that just, and I'm talking about him, not everybody. You got it looking like that just for the video. You don't mean to tell me your environment is that dark 24/7? Just a lie. Your environment looks like that every time you turn the projector on. That's what it looks like that. That's why people were doing the scenario where they had the projection screen and they had the TV screen. They bring down, they watch the TV in the daytime because the projector screen would wash out, and at nighttime they bring the screen down and they watch on the big screen. You literally have that. That's why ambient light rejection came out to replace that nonsense. You don't have to have a TV up there no more. Remember that nonsense that went on? Yeah, TV and projection screen combo together. That's why they're making the brackets on the motorized projection screens long enough so you can clear the TV when it's coming down. Like, no, y'all got to show me something. What do we got here for time? Wait, what's that? Oh. Give me, go back. You got to show me something. What we do? Just show me something. Oh, we got some dark contrast in. Yes! I'm about to bring out the dark screen, the one, the invisible black one, pretty soon. Next, because I'm almost done with this one. We're going to have some fun with this. I'm going to switch up my technology to something else now. Trying to switch it out to the black one. That's why I said at the end of the day, it's not ambient light rejection technology if you have to be in the dark. Who started that? Who really started that dumb nonsense by saying that, you know, ambient light rejection screens work in the dark? I don't even, it's like working with eco mode in the dark. There's just no point in that. Wish we had the duels, I swear. So many people I've seen in the booth like, how dare you insult all technology with this fake ambient light rejection. Just smack them. Be out there duel. Now you see this right here? Perfect example. Right here, look. You see this? See the trees? See the trees coming multiple shades of green? You don't pick that up on a gray screen. A gray screen picks a one solid green. Because they can't read multiple shades. You need like 100% contrast to pick up multiple shades of color. Like when I showed you the dark colors, they don't show you the dark color demonstrations. They never do. Because they can't read the dark colors. So in that quantum over there, we pick up all the dark colors next to a gray screen or white screen. They don't read it because they can't read the dark colors. But you do know dark colors do pop up in videos and movies and everything. You have dark colors up there. That's why when you look at the forest shows multiple shades of green. From dark to light to mid. When you look at it on a gray screen, it's all one color. Because they can't read it because you have to have a contrast over to do it. A lot of people don't realize that when you're looking at somebody showing off green, yeah, it's one pattern, it's straight blotted green. There's multiple shades on there. Like they kept showing up the OLED horse, like I could do the OLED horse too. You completely missed that whole demonstration. You didn't understand it at all, period, because you don't understand contrast. That the OLED horse, if you look at it, it shows multiple shades of black. And then the background is always the ultra black. That's what they were showing off, that the technology can basically refine black to a whole different level where it can literally do multiple shades of black, including super ultra black, all at the same time. And they're showing this horse is all gray. I'm like, oh my goodness. The demonstration where it shows the White House in the background, the snow scene, you missed that one too. Whoosh! Right over top of your head, like a 747 on the airstrip one, right over top of them. You didn't recognize that demonstration. It wasn't the white levels only you were seeing. It was picking up the 100% contrast level that laid the detail that was in the whole entire snow effect. So you saw the white levels and you saw the detail that made out the trees, that made out the house, the background, the weeds, everything, the whole 9 yards. If your screen's picking up gray, you can't read those black levels, which means your screen washes out. It picks up too much white. When you talk about white levels, what are you looking at? An all-white surface all day long? That's what you're looking at, all-white surface? You can't be looking at all-white surface unless you got to be looking at all blank screen. But anytime you're watching a demonstration involving a lot of white levels, there's going to be color in there. There's definitely going to be contrast in there. So in that white level, are you reading the white level balance and the 100% contrast with perfect color balance all at the same time? No, because you can't read the contrast. And you can't read the contrast, means your color gets thrown off. And on top of that, you have to do that in a fully lit environment. Without the need of the ultra short throw cheap. Man, they use the ultra short throw like people use Infinity Lives on Super Contra on NES. Up, down, over, up, down, B, 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 A, whatever it was. Man. It's cheap like there's no tomorrow on ambient light projection. I'm going to form sites all the time. See the same thing. Dark environment. We have ambient light projection technology. Look, we have 2 candles in the corner. And then you get mad at me when I laugh at y'all about that, but it's true. Look at my demonstrations I do every day compared to y'all. Look at my demonstrations. And these jokers come on in with 2 birthday candles. It might as well be birthday candles back there. I swear, I'm going to have some fun with these commercials. They're going to be taking people, it's going to be funny as I know what. But we have ambient light projection. We have 2 birthday candles in the corner. Ooh! Oh my goodness, 2 birthday candles in the corner. And the big ones, the small ones. Small little candles in the corner, like this small little corner. Look at all that ambient light. I don't think the screen can take it. Have a big lighter back there. Hey, all kinds of stuff that would be funny at the end of the day. Oh, that's hilarious. We're going to do something exciting today. Ultra exciting today. We're going to add 3 candles to the environment. 3 candles. And one's going to be a large one. Ooh. And again, people get mad at me and go, oh, it's not unprofessional. What you do is unprofessional. Trying to trick people at the end of the day that, well, the ambient light projection technology is old. It's outdated. It is. It's outdated. It's outdated. And if you were going to keep it alive by any chance, you would have did a better job than them dark environments those projectors were sitting in. I mean, you're going to convince me to buy an ambient light projection screen. I don't want to be sitting in the dark. And why am I calibrating a machine that's going to be sitting in the dark? I don't even understand that part right there. That's another baffling story about the traditional projection screens. They want you to calibrate, but you're going to be in the dark anyway. So your colors would pick up better. Can't use it technically in a fully lit environment because it doesn't work. So basically, you're going to be in an ambient light controlled environment. So if you have to calibrate in an environment that dark, how bad does your image freaking look? If I take a gray screen, I turn out the lights, it produces better. I take a white screen, I put it in a well-lit environment, I turn out the light, it produces better. If I have to calibrate this thing while it's sitting in a dark environment, That's like using eco mode in the dark. We have a complete dark environment, and right now we have eco mode on. Look how outstanding the image looks. It's outstanding. No, it's a joke. So, since I was on YouTube and I realized that I see a lot of these demonstrations on these really poorly lit environments claiming to be ambient light projection, we're going to allow the customers to be able to see our screens. We're going to start doing a lot of demonstrations on us challenging ambient light rejection technology, ALR. We're showing us challenging that. Asking you to match and better our demonstrations. Anyone who has these screens, whether it be influencer or not, show me your screen in a fully lit environment at a 100% contrast level. Colors without washing or fading. You got a couple of strikes against you. One, your screen's not black, so you're definitely going to have issues all day long. Even if your screen is black, one of the issues you're definitely going to fall into is the fact that if you don't pull high enough white levels, your colors will fail. Which means you have to use high-powered projectors to try to push your white levels. That's going to fail too, also too. So you're kind of obsolete in multiple ways. But other than that, as for the ambient light rejection, no. Every customer, everybody I see with those screens in the dark environment, every single one of them. See, dark colors. How are you going to read that? Look at the shine come off that cake. Now, just in case, because we got to put this out here, if some of you individuals want to screen this is fake, we got a document you can sign. All right? Documents for $500,000. You're walking into a courtroom in front of a judge, and you try to show us how it's fake. You lose this, you're going to pay some money. And please, we understand the full effects. I like people that really understand what's going to happen to them in these situations. That keep in mind, if you think that we'll never get the money, I'll execute judgment on you. Which, if you know what those are, this is where we get a debtor to collect our stuff, to liquidate everything. All right, so don't say things you can't back up at the end of the day. All right, keep your lips shut. If you can't back it up in court, you can't back it up on YouTube. You can't back it on YouTube, you can't back it up in court. So this can cost you some money. So again, don't go around making statements you can't back up. Okie dokie? Okie dokie. Until then, the ambient light rejection technology is an obsolete product. Unless someone can show me this screen operating in this massive amount of light, at least absorbing sunlight, we know that's never going to happen. They can't even open up a window next to that stuff. It doesn't even work. Well, look at that. Look at the honey. Look at the honey off the spoon. It's funny because I'll be in there having these conversations and something like this will pop up. So your image is supposed to look like that. Now for the customers at the end of the day, when you contact us and you ask us about ambient light rejection technology and we tell you that this is the technology we have and you have at the end of the day talking about what's the rating, we don't have a rating on our technology. Ours is a formula. That's what we have. We wanted something to separate ourselves from the traditional screens because I've seen the demonstrations that were done with ambient light rejection technology and it was poor. And these dark environments, I don't want to be labeled in that nonsense at the end of the day. So since we don't want to be labeled with ambient light rejection because all the demonstrations we see are in these dark environments claiming to be ambient light rejection, we don't want to be in that circle. So we came with our own technology. And as you can see, we can back it in so many levels it's not even funny. And not only that, we can put challenges out for other people to try to do the same thing we do, and it never gets done. I still have the 1100 lumen challenge still waiting. The Google challenge has been around since 2019. No one's completed that one yet. Yet. So in order for you to do this, you have to be able to back that up. And now, since we're the only projection screen with 12K of halo light screen 24, of halo light inside the screen. Not outside. Not on the back of the screen. Not on the side of the screen. But inside the screen itself. Want to see something crazy? I'll show you something crazy. Whew. That's literally how much light pushes off the screen. That's how bright it is in there. It is super that bright. You can see that Coca-Cola container. Look at the black technology we have behind. Look how bright it is in there. Whew. Man, it's super bright in there. And then we got the overhead light over here. Or the underhead light. However way you want to put it. If you want, I'm gonna put it right here. I think it'll fit right here, hopefully. What? There we go. How about that? We can do that to quasars all day long. The quasars and quantums, yeah, we can take that light, throw it all over the place. It don't bother it. The light in here doesn't bother it. That's what I'm trying to figure, like, how do we, in that little tiny apartment, did our screen go dark? And we basically have lighting in here like this. He's probably over there right now telling me, I got the product. How you got the product? The product's not even available. We didn't even launch it yet. Waiting for that patent to come back. But I'll tell you one thing. When I get my trademark name back, for my name's going to be, I told him from the door, I'm not playing. I got somebody already set up, ready to go, to come see him. Yep, in California. Person of the court's going to come see you right away. Because we can show a track record of us. We had to send a process server to his door. And we use that to say, look, we've had problems with this guy. We had a process server come to the door. We got problems with this, that, and the other. So we already got it set up and already ahead of time. The minute he posts that, we got somebody coming to his front door. And this person can serve you or your wife. So it doesn't make a difference. She walk out that door, she's served. You walk out that door, you're served. And this involves jail time, Mr. Fernando. So you already know you already got a problem right now with that control number, that OBM control number. You walk up in that courtroom, that control number pops up, they got you right on the spot. It's still coming either way. It's just going to be a faster process, that's all. We need another lamp. My screen feels lonely, so lonely. I need another lamp. I do need another lamp. I got to order me another one. I got that from a thrift store too for like $5. She wanted to give it to me for $2 because she said that the light didn't work, but she said it was $5, so I paid her $5. It was only fair. She didn't ask for the $5. She wanted $2. I gave her $5. Sometimes I give them 10 because you know why? They're trying to run the business at the end of the day. I ain't trying to nickel and dime somebody at the last minute like that because I know that they need the money. No, I'm going to give them more than what they are for the product. That way they can make a profit. They're trying to run a company. Not into that nickel and dime nonsense. Remember when we got a refrigerator one time and I went to go see the guy. The refrigerator was fantastic. It was better than the new refrigerator. That was an old refrigerator too. The Frigidaire, old one too. Man, that thing ran better than any refrigerator I ever had. But long story short, I went to go pick it up. I found it on Craigslist. Called my buddy, went to go pick it up. And the guy had it outside in the heat wave. And that sucker was colder than a mother. I was like, oh, shoot, we need this right here. So he said somebody just came by and he was trying to get it from, he was asking $60 for it. Somebody was trying to get it for $30. Come on now. That's wrong. I gave him $100. It's worth the money. It was definitely worth the money. It's super, super cold. I can feel that from the door. He even came out and gave me an ice maker for it. But yeah, I always give people more than what it's or more than what they're gonna sell it for. Because at the end of the day, they're trying to run a business. They're trying to make that money. If I can help them, God blesses me at the end of the day to have what I need. I bless other people at the end of the day to give them what they need. The Lord will tell me, give them this, give them that, give them the money. That's what I do. I don't argue with God at the end of the day. It's only right. Person trying to make a little extra buck, I'm gonna help them to make the extra bucks. That's what you're supposed to do. I don't try to finagle and nickel and dime people at the end of the day. So yep, you got $100, more than what you're supposed to get for the refrigerator. I took it home. It was fantastic. Worked perfectly fine. I had the refrigerator for a year. Never broke down. Matter of fact, I left it in the I left it down when we moved because first of all, I wasn't taking it out. I ain't like lifting it. And second of all, I figure if someone's moving in, we just pass it on to somebody else. Now they got a refrigerator. Jacked up thing about it, we moved up. They charged me for the refrigerator. They charged me $60 for not cleaning out the refrigerator. I had to remind them, like, look, we bought that refrigerator and left it in there for the next person. They had to apologize, put the money back in my account. Never used that agency ever again. Didn't like that. We didn't have a refrigerator to begin with, and I said, don't worry about it. We'll buy one, which I did. You didn't have to worry about that. Save the owner some money. We got it ourselves, and then turn around and charge me for something that I paid for and left behind for the next person. I think that I did that in every place I moved at. I left something behind for the next person. Because you never know. Somebody might need something. You never know. You walk in the room like, oh, shoot. And I would contact them, too, and let them know I took pictures of what I left behind for the next person, so they don't take it and claim it for themselves. So people will do stuff like that. But they were nice agencies at the end of the day. Man, we got the light on the screen like Luigi with the squeegee. You know what's coming, right? Gotta talk about Luigi with the squeegee. I'm having a ball here, people. We're having fun. We were having fun. Especially when you got technology like this, man. All right, so now we got the light on the screen. So we got it right up on top of the screen now. And the screen is absorbing. It's just taking it in, like no problem whatsoever. And we pass our time. Of course, we're always past our time. That's what we do. I'm having fun. This is the part where I start having fun. This is fun. Now I got to get more lights. I got to get more challenge. We need lights on the other side. What if I get lights on that side, lights on the front, lights on the top? We just surround it all in light. That's one of the things when we start displaying the ILE, sorry, ambient projection gain. But we're gonna be changing that pretty soon once we get the new name. We'll show you it's on the trademark at the end of the day. We got to put that out there because we got an idiot right now that's copying everything that we do. Of course, he's copying everything we do. Our technology is amazing. Can you blame him? Can you honestly blame him for copying us? Can you blame him? Look at how beautiful our technology. He can never get that P2 to look like that. And wait till we do it with the P2. Oh, I'm going to put the P2 on a big screen. Roughly at 120 inches, what it can get, we can get 160 out of it easily. Easy get 160 out of it. Oh, that sucker. When we get done with it, it's going to blow everybody's mind. Halo system wrapped around that sucker. Like, gee whiz, man, I wish my screen looked like that. You know, jonesing. I need that paint. I need that screen. Yeah. Now, with the Quantum, we're going to have sections where people can go in there, throw in some jumpsuits, and they can paint their own screen. It's how easy it is to paint. Because the paint screen paint, we're still going to be selling screen paint. That one, and we got a hologram one that's designed for projector mapping applications for that particular thing. Look at the lion. Look at the female lion. Look how beautiful that image pops up. Now, keep in mind, we got people who do copy our videos. A cell phone light, again, failed. Lights out with the cell phone light, second fail. Ultra short though, kissing the screen, no distance though, fail, 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 fail. Oh my goodness. Gee whiz Louise. Heavens to Murgatroyd. So, when you're tired of sitting in the dark, GPS and where your coffee table may be, or any of your kids' toys are going to jack you up at the end of the day. Those toys jack me up all the time. I always step on top of those toys every single time. I swear I can't answer this one time and caught one of those toys. Them just killed me. And I'm glad he wasn't one of those cats that lay in between the staircase and blend in. That would be a nightmare right there. He used to literally leave stuff on the staircase every time. I almost killed myself a few times. But anyway, at least you can see where you're going. You don't have to worry about any more washouts and none of that stuff at the end of the day. And it's funny because I haven't had these conversations with people, and they'd be like, well, you know, your product is this. Yeah, how much did you pay for your projector? I cut that conversation short quick. How much did you pay? Come on, tell me. How much did you pay? They don't want to say anything. Oh, because you're sitting in this bat cave at the end of the day without all the cool toys, and you're sitting in this bat cave at the end of the day, barely can see the screen, barely can see corners and all that, got it in the dark, and you paid how much for your projector? How much did you pay for it? I paid $50 for mine. $50. $50. And my image comes up looking like this on our technology. That light is bugging me. It's bugging me. I gotta fix it. I gotta fix it. That's better. I was bugging the daylights out of me. It just wasn't close enough to the screen, and I had to move it up. Oh, you guys want to push it back? Yeah, right. It ain't sunlight at 50 lumens. What the freak would I be pushing it back for? It's an ad tech. They're designed to absorb light. So, watch me have fun in this demonstration, right? Joke around, stuff like that. 'Cause I do joking around in demonstrations because it shows you at the end of the day that we have that much confidence in our product. We literally don't have to ever worry about that screen ever. You know the confidence you have when you can walk in, have a technology that works so well that you don't even have to think about it. Well, if I have my lights on, my screen's going to wash out. I have to calibrate my projector. It's got an expensive one because the screen looks awful. We never have to think about that. Not ever. Any of the places I went with that 50 lumen projector, never had to think about it. Set it up, done. When they asked me to push that 150-inch fish tank through a window, you think I worried about that? No, we do. That's what we do. We specialize in ambient light rejection technology. Bam, get it done. That's it. We need another light, to tell you the truth, honestly. Now the side is bugging the daylights out of me now, and I gotta get me another light for that side. It is bugging me now. It's really bugging me. Oh, it's bugging me. Oh, we're gonna put spotlights inside the new screen. That screen was for the light system. So we have the 6K, 12K of lighting, but we're gonna add an additional 4,000K of spotlights. Yeah, through the top and all around it inside. So I want to do another demonstration. It's my last one called the most powerful. It's going to be on Facebook in a few minutes. The most powerful. We can't call ourselves ambient rejection. Because we're not ambient rejection anymore. We haven't ambient rejection in a long while. So we had the fusion light energy and all the other technology. Oh, and by the way, for the other person who gets their names wrong and incorrectly, never mind, can't even smoke, we can read them incorrectly. That is the company's name. And as long as we can back it up, we can call it where we want. I can call it a Laughing Daffodil if I want to, as long as I back it up. Oh, I forgot to add real quick. Near the end of the year, we will be showing the Sugar Plum Fairy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Showing it all. Look. Hold on. Come back. Do you see that? Do you see the water spill right there? Because people do this. I hate when people do that. Look at the individual. Look at the individual areas. Please, are you serious? Nothing. That's not even 4K. That's 720p. So you know what to tell my customers at the end of the day? I don't have to spend money for a 4K projector. Ugh. Oh, and for the person who made the comment about the video games, I play what I want. I don't need to update games at the end of the day. I'm an old school gamer at the end of the day. I like playing Pac-Man, Space Invaders. That's me. That's what I like to play. But as for update previous games, what does that have to do with the freaking screen producing beautiful colors? That's nothing to do with it at all, period. You can take an up-to-date game and stick it on a freaking white and gray screen. It still can't read the contrast and color. It's still going to be washed out. I can't even get Pac-Man to play on a gray screen. So again, I can't express this enough, but if you're going to leave a comment in the day, please crack books. It's very important to crack books. Books are wonderful, and when you crack them, they're even better. So keep in mind that I can't even play Pac-Man on a gray screen, because you know why? It can't read the black background. It doesn't pick up. So whether the games are up to date or old, it can't play. Matter of fact, most of the older games had black screens behind the back of them. There were darker screens behind them. You know, Pac-Man, Centipede, Dig and Dug, all of them games they had back in the day, they were majority black in the background. Even though the screens you had back then were OLED, they were actually gray screens, but still, they were black in the background. So with that being said, you can't even play the old games on a freaking gray and white screen if you're saying it that way. If I want to play older games, I'll play older games. If you don't like it, then guess what this thing called? It's called jump to another channel and bye-bye. That's what it's called. I'll play the games I like to play. The fact that we can make them games look that incredible shows you at the end of the day that how amazing that technology is. That's a person at the end of the day that's seeing the technology and wants to complain about something because he knows the screen looks absolutely amazing. But you can't buy it. You know why you can't buy it? Because you won't let yourself buy it at the end of the day. You'll just deal with that crap you get over at the end of the day. Can't even play Pac-Man off a gray screen. It won't register. But getting back to the technology we have over here, at the end of the day, wait, let me say it one more time. At the end of the day is more superior than the ambient light projection technology. And then those with ambient light projection, I don't care who you are at the end of the day, If you feel at the end of the day that you can challenge this technology, we'll see you out in the sunlight. Because you can't go there. We know that. They said window light would take you out. Coconut. Coconut. I swear, when I first had coconut, I thought it was going to taste like coconut milk, like actual, like a real rich coconut milk. Man, that was the most disgusting thing I ever drank in my entire life. It was disgusting. It was nothing I thought. I thought it was going to be like a rich kind of like milk, like regular milk, as if it had a coconut taste to it. I was so far off on that. We went to the supermarket, me and my friends, and bought a coconut. We just saw it. I was like, you see people walking around drinking coconuts on islands all the time. It must be good. Man, we got we tried to basically go at it with a freaking nail and hammer. That didn't go too well. So my buddy went in the garage and put it in the vise and hit it with a drill. Boop, popped the whole way through that sucker. All three of us got one because we weren't drinking out of the same thing. That's disgusting. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to take that first sip, and I thought it was going to have this like kind of like milkshake kind of taste to it. Ugh, man, that was gross. I was like, why? Why would you even drink this? But apparently some people like coconut milk. It was not what I thought it was going to be. That was a rude awakening. All right, get a little time in here. Looking at the amazing technology. Oh, I gotta change something. I think I just saw these things fall. Let's see what else we got. We got them fish in here. Fish. Are they doubling up this video? Oh. You're my sunshine, you're my sunshine. You make me happy. Where is the one under the sea? Oh, we got this right here. I don't even know where to go. God's great. Solid blues. One of the hardest things to work in your light is blue, because blue washes up really fast. I'm happy with our new technology. Your jokes aside, I'm happy with my technology, but we have to challenge. All jokes, but we have to challenge the other game. We have to. Because again, I don't want to be in the same category as ambient light projection technology. We don't want to be in there. Because every demonstration I'm watching is in these dark environments. We don't do that. It looks like the light from the whatchamacallit's hitting the shark, doesn't it? I don't want to be caught up in that mess in the day. And again, if we're going to be announcing that we have the best game, we got to back that up. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. It's cheap, people. It's so cheap. It's so cheap. Me on Facebook. I do some short videos on this. Of course, I do short videos on this. We have a light right on top of the screen with the halo system, with the lights over top. It's like Luigi with the squeegee. You gotta have confidence. Have confidence in your products at the end of the day. Hey, what's up, Luigi with the squeegee? How you doing? 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 My cat over here looking at me. How you doing? You good? Come here. Come over here. You little fuzzy man. You okay? Give them bright eyes at the end of the day. Just give me that bright little. Woo. Oh, taco setup in that place is gonna be insane. Yep. The Taco's going to have his own projection screen. I'm working on it. He's going to have his own projection screen. So we got a nice little section there. It's going to be for him. Got some people going to be working with him. And he's going to have his own projection screen. And who's going to be marketed to? His own kind. Animals. Because animals watch screens. They do. going to be marketed for his animals. It's going to be a special screen we're developing for animals to be watched. They have to be designed differently. But I'm designing one. And all proceeds for this product, I got people that love the idea. They want to push the idea as these projection screens for animals. Because they watch cat TV all day long. See? That's what I mean at the end of the day. You could have did something with your time instead of being on YouTube doing dumb stuff. These are people who attacked our channel for no reason at all. You could have went out and got some bird feeder or whatever and just fed. If you fed the same spot over and over again, animals will keep coming back because they know there's food always going to be there. And you keep feeding. Next thing you know, you start getting a collection of very interesting animals. Hey, you live in an area, you got deers, that's a win-win. You know, people love seeing deers in the day. Get some deers popping. If you can get the deers and the squirrels and all of them eat at the same spot, that'll be freaking amazing. Get a couple nice cameras out there, record all that, put it up on YouTube. People will watch that stuff for hours. I watch it for hours. My cat watches it for hours. We call it cat TV. Make money off of that. No, you'd rather be doing dumb stuff. Too late for that now. But you could have been doing that instead. And now I'm going to be cutting out this technology now, engineered for animals that have their own kind of like TVs and stuff that they can watch. We're using our technology. You could have logged that right in there. Heck, we would have came over to your channel like, hey, look, we'll pay you a little money, blah, 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 blah. We can use your content. You'd have been making money. Not following negative nonsense. They're going to be interesting shaped screens just for them. Yep. That's what he does. He does it all the time. He was going to watch birds all day. When I put them on, birds. I don't want to do it. We got all the lights around the screen. I take them on. Yep, we got some cool screens we're designing just for pets and stuff like that. Now, if you were doing something on there with the birds and stuff like that, it's all like, oh shit, a nice little channel. You got some deers, got a little bit of everything in there. And Taco definitely would have been watching that all day long. I'd have contacted your channel. Like, hey, look, we can shoot some bread your way if we can basically get permission to use some of these videos in some of our demonstrations. We paid you for that. Opportunity lost. See? Plenty of things to do out there in life to basically do something positive, but yet people choose to do negative stuff. That's the sad thing about it. So many options to do something positive, but they always choose to do something negative. Ooh, stingray. Get up on top of that, you'll definitely find out at the end of the day. Just want to mess around and find out. Species. But yep, could have been doing something with it. Because I got to contact these channels. These channels that have this whole, they do the mice and all that stuff. I'm reaching out to them. I let them know that, hey, look, I want to borrow your content, so forth and so forth. You know what I mean? We'll cut your check on the proceeds. Because again, it's their stuff that we're watching, that we're using. We got to give them something. I'm making money off them. I got to give them something. I contact and get permission from them. When you use it so and so and so, we'll cut you so and so and so. Now, I can go out and make my own. Yeah, it's easy to do, but I'd rather use their stuff at the end of the day. Because again, at the end of the day, it's putting money in somebody else's pocket. It's helping their business run. And we can use them, post them up, and all that stuff. So you could have been doing something like that. The other one does that printing stuff, that 3D printing stuff. Now, he ain't good at screen painting. He definitely ain't good at screen painting. But the 3D printing stuff he does is pretty nice. See, Jamie, at the end of the day, I can give compliment. Because you know why? I'm an adult. That's why. I'm not a child. I'm not full of insults. But if you were on our good side and you didn't do any of that dumb stuff, I could have basically hired you. Because we need people to 3D print. I got a couple people that 3D print already. But there's some stuff I want to make. I got these cool bobbleheads I want to make. I need individual bobbleheads designed for the gaming screen for developing. You would have had a contract with our company. Making very serious money. But nope, he chose to hate us. So guess what? You don't get that blessing. It's a beautiful fish. Even Williams could have been making money. William travels around his e-bikes all day long. We could have designed him a screen, a portable screen that he could set up on an e-bike. He could pull out, set up on the e-bike, watch movies off of us. Could have been making money. You get nothing now. But I saw your YouTube channel like, oh, this guy's all over the place with the e-bike at the end of the day. Okay. more down to earth. You know what I mean? I'd rather buy a bike from somebody at the end of the day that's more of a down to earth than somebody's more of an influencer at the end of the day. Because sometimes influencers can be swayed. I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying that I'd just rather just buy from an everyday Joe. That's what I'd rather get it from. And if he was riding all over the place with that e-bike, and I was like, okay, this guy's here and there. You know, he's talking about so and so and so and so and so. We would have contacted him and say, hey, look, man, I got this idea for this portable screen that you can take anywhere you want. And if you can take it all over the place with that e-bike and do demonstrations on it, we'll cut you a check. You messed up. That ain't gonna happen. I'll find somebody else with an e-bike to do it for us. But we do have a portable screen. We got this really cool flex portable screen. It's beautiful. You can take it anywhere you want. So we got a few people that got the e-bikes and get paid. Opportunity missed. Mr. Rogers, you could have made a ton of money also too. You got all that land back there. We could build all kinds of screens and something your way. You could keep every single one of them. And if you think you make money at the day, Mr. Rogers, you make nothing compared to what that technology makes. That technology sitting over there is worth millions of dollars. A lot of money. Mind you, I know somebody in this building who works for Apple. Yes, Apple. That means it's a multi-million-dollar contract. Any company we hit this thing with is going to make us millions of dollars. So trust me, you could have been making a lot of money. You got all that land out there. You could have been testing some screens out there because I can rent land from anybody. But I could have rented it from you. We shipped everything up to you, projectors, the whole 9 yards. Just need you to go in the backyard. You got all that land out there. Blow the screens up, so and so, whatever. You can keep the screens, whatever. Just test them out for us. That's all we need. Yeah, we got people up here. I get somebody else. Opportunity missed. Y'all missed out big time. Now, we're going to get the hookups, connections, everything we got. Once we add tech to that building, every single building down here in PA is going to want to have that technology embedded into their glass. And that is going to bring us millions of dollars. That's just from ad tech alone. Remember, it's a gaming access part of it too. So we got gamers coming on, people who are sponsored, they're going to be showing off this technology. People who build PCs are going to be interested in these flex screens, everything we're working on. Oh, yeah. So whoever's going to be tied in with us is paid. I had a friend of mine had a great idea. Actually, it was an idea I thought of, but I don't care at the end of the day. It's more than enough to go around for everybody. And he was going to do the same thing. Look, get a storefront, big glass windows, and have people advertise their companies through ad tech. Come in there and you pay your monthly membership or whatever your fee, whatever, every month to have your advertisement up there, and you can change that at will. They're going to bring the software and so forth, because he was thinking about the same thing too, but he was going to do it with LCDs. LCDs would have been so expensive, and you couldn't probably have the LCD direct hit from the sun, would have actually damaged your screen. Our technology can filter it. So he ran it past me and said, look, I would really like to do this so and so and so, you don't mind, I mean, I wouldn't be taking from your idea at the end of the day. I said, well, there's plenty to go around. I'm not a greedy person. If this means it's with money in your pocket at the end of the day, it ain't a problem for me. I want to do one for, we're going to do some advertising in the storefront. Like I'm going to do one where it says boats, and we have boats splashing in the water. Oh man, some crazy stuff here. In fact, one for me. I'm doing this crazy stuff. I was looking for that too on top of that. You know what? Let's do that in the next demonstration. Next demonstration, we're going to look at some stuff we can do on the screen. Some crazy stuff on the screen. But I was going to look at, we passed time here. Not really, to tell you the truth, honestly. Let me see. Commercial for boats. I went in a boat a long time ago.
It's not having access to 1 million industrial grade products. It's so amazing.
You know, it's more money getting an all black boat than it is a white one. Or it's a lot more money. I don't know why. This is a lot of money if that boat's black. Are we gonna play? Now imagine that on your storefront window and you're advertising boats, you're selling boats. You can use your own recordings, which means how he's doing his recording is somebody out there recording it on the water. But imagine that in your storefront window. To have it on YouTube, you can have it for the entire world to see. And the beautiful thing about it is you can stop the boat, have a 3D tour where people can look through it and everything right on your glass. I think people have those aquarium shops and stuff are gonna have a ball. They can turn the entire window to a fish to a store to a fish tank, which we did already. Turn it to a fish tank. So man, excuse me, ad tech is working. It's worth a lot of money. It has so many different options, so it's not even funny what ad tech can do. And you can advertise whatever you want. People in the real estate business, you can advertise apartments, whatever you want, right there on glass. Anything you want. Storybooks. Text with black background. We asked. This is what they asked us on the screen. Like, can we read? Because the screens, you can look right through it. They want to know if you can actually see text crystal clear. So what you're seeing right there, Aztec, and this is Aztec. You can do it right through the window with no problem. 50 lumens, like I said, 50 lumens is nice if you want something near the door, smaller projector near the door. But if you want something we can actually display the entire window, you can do ultra short throw or short throws up there and be able to do that with no problem whatsoever. And again, as you see, light doesn't affect Aztec. You can read text crystal clear. Come Christmas time, we get everything done by then, hopefully. You got a time period of this thing, but hopefully we get everything back by then. Christmas time, you'll be able to make the windows snow if you want. Yep, make the windows snow. Now the gamer screen is going to be a little different. The gamer screens, the lights inside, they light up. So we're going to have those different. And we'll show you the LED lights won't affect the screens, and it'll absorb everything. Oh, forgot. Bud Light commercial. Nope, not that one. Where's the one with the liquid? Pour beer pouring. Beer pouring beer commercial. Not beer. Beer. Let's see, pouring beer ad. Now what I saw for the brewery, they have a brewery run here. What we want to do is we want to fill their windows up slowly with beer and have the suds come up all the way up to the top. And then basically have pretzels and all that stuff, rain pretzels and all that stuff. Yeah, we're going to do something pretty cool with the windows. He's like, you make the windows filled with beer? I said, yeah, make the windows filled with beer. I love it because people are not used to that. And when you tell them like what they can do with that technology, man, you just see the wheels turning in their heads thinking about all the cool stuff they're going to be able to do with it. tell me, that does not look insane. Imagine that. You got a restaurant and you want to serve cold beer. And like I said, how my buddy's going to do the windows. He's the one designing the contraction. There's a unit he's hooking up that allow your windows to give it more like a more realistic effect. The first one we want to test is a flower shop because it gives off a scent like flowers from the window. Oh my goodness, we got some stuff we're gonna hook up on windows. It's gonna be absolutely insane. The window is the canvas. It is our artwork. We bring it to life. Look at that light. Light doesn't bother it. Man, I tell you something. I freaking love this. Oh, it's commercial? Beer commercial. Now see all the time they put into this commercial right here? All that time they put into it. This is shown on YouTube. And they can put it right to their own storefront window. You can even make the glass frost up. Now if you're using projector mapping and projecting at the same time, which I've done that in videos, projecting mapping can frost the glass. You can also see right through it. On top of that, we can have that pop up in the background through a projector. Isn't that crazy or what? Oh, look at this one. That looks so crystal clear. I think people are so used to watching our demonstrations with lights on, they don't realize we have lights on in the environment. As a visitor said, man, I'm so used to watching your demonstrations, I've gotten used to now watching screens with lights on in the background. Which is good. That's really good. You know, because then when they look at anybody else's demonstration, they expect to see those lights on now. Like, well, wait a minute, how come it's so dark? That's another reason why I think we have people get mad at us, because we do so many demonstrations with so much extreme lighting that when people go to other demonstrations, they're expecting to see lights on. Because we're doing it. Why can't they do it? We're doing it. Why can't they do it? All right, I'm going to cut this one right here. We got that 150, so over near 150 we're good. Still having some fun with these demonstrations over here.
Wherever you go, lead the way. Yeah, we both can run commercial quicker. But quicker.
I did this one through a window.
And while compromise might make the road smoother, it would have precisely the opposite effect on the case of here. Kings don't compromise. But why is
So they can average this in the glass. They can average this inside their store, anywhere. These things are designed to be set up anywhere. You can walk in and this will be on display. The outside has on display. Okay. Oh man, I gotta find me an empty Budweiser bottle. I don't drink at the end of the day, so I don't even buy beer. But I need a container now. So I guess I'll go buy one and empty it out, because I don't drink, I don't need it, and put some apple juice in it, because that's about as close as it's gonna look to beer, is apple juice. I gotta clean out and scrub it, because I can't stand the smell of beer. I can't. The smell makes me sick. I cannot stand the smell of beer. No. But anyway, yeah, rinse it out and then basically fill it up and then do it that way and set it up on the glass, because we got these screens coming in. They're boxes that you drop your containers into, and you can bring the screen to life around it. All right. That's pretty much it for me for a bit. No, let me back in. I forgot. I'm gonna do some. No, I gotta be on Facebook in a few minutes. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration, and thank you for your time on checking out our new ambient light projection. Sorry, our ILEG Infusion Light Energy Gain technology screens. Our new Gain, the most beautiful Gain. Looks absolutely amazing. I freaking love it. I love this game. This game's insane. It's insane. Bam! How much light we got in the environment, man. I'm still getting a rush over this in the day. We need more light. I'm excited about this. Like, this is not enough for me. I need more light. I need much more light than this. Much more light. So again, I have to get more light in here. We need the light on the side, because right now this side right there, not having a light on it right now, is bugging the daylight side. It really is. I need a lamp right there. I gotta buy a lamp and put it right there. Right there. So I need more light for my screen. I love putting my screen through this kind of brutal testing at the end of the day. It's the only way you're going to be able to find it yourself if it works or not. But of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology. Because one for Him, none of this would be possible. Thank you for coming in and checking it out. And we're going to be showing more demonstrations on our new Gain versus the old Gain. Gotta go, and God bless.